Hey, students, we are so lucky that there's so much information on the internet about all of your different topics. But I want to give you a few pointers today about doing an internet search, not only to make it you quicker or more efficient in your search, but also smarter. But before we do that, I just want to make sure that you know there are a lot of great places on the internet from reputable sources. I have a few here on this page. Have you ever gone to Data USA? You can discover all kinds of data and statistical information about your hometown or jobs or a variety of topics. So that might be one to check out. Also, Google Arts and Culture. If your topic is related to art or music or fine arts at all, definitely check out that. I also love the Pew Research Center because they do a lot of current research on social trends and attitudes and things that are happening in the United States, and also give you some fabulous statistics. But also, there's websites like TED Ed, which are video talks. So it's definitely fine to do video resources and things like that. So if you are going to do a web search, maybe start here. But the next place to start is actually on your document with your keyword searches. If you are going to do a web search, narrow down your search to something specific about your topic. Instead of just searching about ukulele, maybe I'm going to do my search on the history of ukulele or one of the specific people that I'm researching. I think you'll have a lot better results. So I'm going to do history of ukulele. I'm going to open up a new tab and go ahead and put it in my search right here. Just a few things about the search results paper page. It gives you a variety of other related searches. This little snippet of information up here usually is pulled from a source. Oftentimes it's Wikipedia, and it gives you like a little 2 or 3 paragraph to make sure that your search is correct. Um, this is a new feature that is in beta with Google, which I love. If you look at the link here and click these little 3 dots, it's going to tell you a little bit about that source. And so this is when it's really helpful to make sure that you're using credible sources. So it says, hey, this is an American magazine. It's published every month. It probably goes through a review process. So if you do, like, I'm going to right click and open this in a new tab. If I do end up using this article from the Atlantic magazine, a couple things that I might want to do is after I'm reading through this article, I might find new names of people or new information that I didn't know about that I could take and copy, and I could put it here under my keyword search. So that's one way you can use the article. Now, articles on the internet don't have that save to drive feature, they don't have the citations built in. What you may want to do is just go ahead and grab the URL and go back to your document and create a bibliography page and just go ahead and paste the URL for now. And later on, when we get later on in the personal project, we'll open up the OSLA citation maker and get that. Another option is to right click on the article and do a print, but there is an option where you can print as a PDF. And so that's one way to pull your article off the internet to save for later. So I'll just go ahead and cancel that since I had that. I already did that. So that's one idea of how to use the search result, is to use the little background information about your source. And so now when you are looking through your sources, you can find out in background information about these different sources results. You can click here and it's going to tell you that this is from a library page. This one is from a magazine and it was first showed up on Google 10 years ago. So that means this source has been around for a while. So I think I'm going to right click and open that one in a new tab. The next one is from a source. It's only a couple years long. It may be worthwhile checking, but I definitely, if I am going to do that, I am going to compare the results from this ukulele stage music to see like where are they getting their information. Like none of these websites very often, well, they do have some statistics within it, so that's good. And this one has some links within it. So do your lateral searching and continue on. But for one example, I was thinking is like if I'm looking through this article right here, one of the things that I like to do was what is called a lateral search. A lateral search is when you're reading through an article and you find a little nugget of information, like the ukulele was originally called a machete. You copy that, go to a new tab, and do a search on that term. And that is just going to give you farther deeper into the information. The other way I use that lateral search is oftentimes after I read through an article, I will put I will take the author of the article and I will do a search on them because I want to find out are they a credible source or not. And it looks like this person right here has written a whole bunch of articles and magazines. So I'm going to probably want to check his credibility to make sure that this article that he wrote was originally appeared in Ukulele magazine. So the fact that it's been published is probably a good sign versus just a website that like, oh, I'm a ukulele paper person and I made this website on my own. So those are some tips and tricks on how to evaluate the sources that you find. Also, the search results can also be really helpful in that oftentimes they'll give you videos that you can watch. They'll give you other related searches that you could do instead of the one that you wrote. Because honestly, the quality of your search that you put in is going to give you better quality results. So you could even get more specific, like when was the ukulele introduced into Hawaii? And so instead of talking all about the Hawaiian history or the ukulele history, now I'm narrowing my search even more specific. And these are kind of little facts that you're going to want to describe when you're keeping track of your learning and how did you go about learning the topic that you learned about. These are the kind of things that you can explain in kind of your process journal of how you went about learning. Is that I read one article from one magazine and then I did other searches related to that topic from the information I found there. And also go ahead and take advantage of some of these features built in to the search results. So, for example, this is from the Metropolitan Museum of Art has some information about the ukulele, and it's showing you some information. So, what I would encourage you to do is use a variety of sources. See if you can find information on a website like a magazine, like I found the ukulele magazine. But now I have information from a museum. And then maybe I also want to watch a YouTube video that is more skill based and we're learning how to. So my search here might change. It would be how to play the ukulele. That would be more of a skills base a skill research. So same thing though, if you're watching YouTube videos and you want to look at like, I would check out who these different people are. Like, what is it about this? Is this just a person who just started doing a YouTube channel just for fun? What are their credibility? Do they actually have a website? Do they put out lessons? Like, I want you to be a critical user of information. Don't just go on the first search that you found. So, remember, you're going to document all of your learning on your research page, which websites you went to, grab the URL, what is it that you're learning? And then I would encourage you to also save documents to a PDF or on a YouTube, save those videos to a YouTube playlist so that you can easily go back and learn some more. Best of luck. I'm really excited to see what you learn about your topic.